Hi, welcome to Whole Life Wisdom, where we'll explore ways to help improve your physical, psychological, and spiritual well-being. It's all about balance. Today, we're going to get into some discussion on how this good hygiene habit could lower your risk of a stroke. Mind your hygiene. About 795,000 Americans will have a stroke this year, but new research suggests that a common healthy habit may reduce the risk of certain types of stroke. A recent global health report revealed that oral diseases, such as untreated tooth decay and gum disease, affected 3.5 billion people in 2022, making them the most widespread health conditions, said study lead author Dr. Suvik Sen. We aimed to determine which oral hygiene behavior, dental flossing, brushing, or regular dentist visits, has the greatest impact on stroke prevention, added Sen, chair of the neurology department at the University of South Carolina School of Medicine. Sen's team linked flossing teeth at least once a week to a 22% lower risk of ischemic stroke, 44% lower risk of cardioembolic stroke, and 12% lower risk of AFib. Strokes explained. Most strokes are ischemic. They occur when there's a blockage in an artery or inadequate blood flow through that artery that causes an area of the brain to become damaged. A cardioembolic stroke happens when a blood clot travels from the heart to the brain, blocking blood flow to a part of the brain. And atrial fibrillation, also known as AFib, describes a heartbeat that's too slow, too fast, or irregular in some other way. It can lead to stroke, heart failure, or other complications. AFib affects more than 5 million American adults. That number is expected to grow to more than 12 million by 2030, according to the American Heart Association. How flossing can reduce stroke risk. Oral health behaviors are linked to inflammation and artery hardening, Sen said. Flossing may reduce stroke risk by lowering oral infections and inflammation and encouraging other healthy habits. Many people have expressed that dental care is costly, he continued. Flossing is a healthy habit that is easy to adopt, affordable, and accessible everywhere. This is good news for the 37% of Americans who claim they floss once a week. Nearly 32% of Americans admit they don't floss at all, while the same amount report that they floss daily. In Sen's study, more than 6,200 people answered a questionnaire about their flossing routine. Participants were followed for 25 years. During that time, 434 had strokes and nearly 1,300 experienced AFib. Flossing more often led to a greater chance of stroke risk reduction. Sen's team noted that the lower stroke risk was independent of toothbrushing, routine dental visits, and other oral hygiene habits. The research, which has not been peer-reviewed, will be presented next week at the American Stroke Association's International Stroke Conference 2025. How to select a healthy floss. It's important to use a floss not coated in harmful forever chemicals to limit your exposure. Besides potentially lowering stroke risk, flossing removes plaque and food particles from your teeth to reduce your risk of cavities and periodontal disease. But some flosses have been found to contain per- and polyfluoroalkyl substances, PFAS, so-called forever chemicals that linger in the body and have been linked to a host of health problems. A 2019 study by the nonprofit research organization Silent Spring Institute found fluorine, a marker of PFAS, in several floss brands. PFAS in the coating helps floss slide between teeth. We're concerned about the potential for PFAS chemicals to migrate out of floss and to be ingested, Katie Boranow, a Silent Spring research scientist. We want to emphasize that it's important for people to floss as part of good oral hygiene, she added. The good news is that some brands have been found not to contain PFAS. Boranow recommends looking for floss made from nylon or silk that is unwaxed or coated in natural wax. Whole Life Wisdom would like to thank Tracy Swartz for her contribution to this discussion. Well, that's what it is for now. We hope you enjoyed this discussion. If you did, please help us out by giving a like and add us as a subscription. Keep in mind, life keeps coming at us. The dirt roads are rough, but the scenery is great. There's something good in it all. Enjoy the ride.